And afternoon all, here we are out on Scorpio, and I thought it's about time we did another review. This time it's after 12 months of ownership. It's getting a bit carried away on the speed. Yeah, it's just over 12 months actually since I bought Scorpio. So, what do I think about it? You know, are we still on the honeymoon period? Now it's a Saturday. It's the start of the holidays. So we're going to have a bit of traffic about, aren't we? So I thought we'll have a bit of a chat on the road, and then we'll pull over and show you my thoughts. Now, as anybody knows, after riding the Himalayan 450 when that was first released, oh by the way, it's a very windy day today, so apologise if that's disturbing you. Yeah, so when I first took the Himalayan 450 out, way back whenever it was, I couldn't believe that engine was a Royal Enfield. And then when I did get to go on the Guerrilla, I said it's a very un-Royal Enfield-like bike, and it seems to be a phrase that has caught on. Everyone's saying it because it's true. It is. Obviously, I mean, the 450 Sherpa unit, liquid cooled, very rev happy, and it is quite tractable, but you have to make sure, like on the Himalayan, the gearing or the ECU is different. So on the Himalayan you could be in whatever gear and it'll pull out. Not on the Guerrilla. On the Guerrilla you have to be, I mean, I've said it countless times, you have to be in the right gear for the right revs, otherwise it'll protest and you'll get a chugga 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 chugga, which is a nod to you to knock it down one. What a sweet handling bike. I was blown away with it the first time I rode it. I'll put links to the videos and whatever that I mention. I'll put them up there as usual. But I couldn't believe how good out of the crate this bike is. Now any of you out there that are watching me for the first time, watching the channel for the first time, go and have a look at my vids, and you'll see what I think about this bike. Now it's a cold day today. I've got all my heated gear on, and I've got it connected up to the bike via a Thunderbox, which is a cracking bit of kit. I'm not trying to sell you one, I don't get anything off them, but they are. It just makes adding accessories so easy. Now, Royal Enfield does this. No. Oh, hello. fantastic. I'll mention things a bit more when I have a walk round. I have changed the tyres to Dunlop Mutants, and that was only because I had a sidewall puncture that was irreparable and I couldn't get hold of a replacement Seat at the time. Obviously they're all available now. Brakes are bloody fantastic. There's so much feel to them, you know. Suspension, yeah, it's fine. It goes up and down. It doesn't clatter. And here's me, I'll have to pixelate the speedo a bit. I'm getting a bit excited. Right, we'll take a left here. So as we can see, it can motor on a bit, but it can also bimble. I've done rhinos and hard knock passes on this. Just make sure you're in the right gear, like I said. Nasty this bump here. It weighs about 188 kilos wet, but you can't feel it when you're riding. Got to be quite careful, there's a lot of debris in the middle of the road. We've had some pretty rough weather lately. Still a bit of autumn colour about. But yeah, it's I really like the bike. I've changed the handlebar levers for adjustable ones. Got the adjustable short levers. Because the reach, I've got little hands, and the reach is it's quite a long way with the originals. Colour. Being a little bit careful down here, guys, because it's like gravel and mush. Seating position. I mean, I'm 5'10", no, not 5'9", 31 inch inside leg, and it's on longer journeys. I do find that I feel like I could do with a bit more room. So if you guys keep on watching this video and my other videos, I might be able to afford to buy a bench seat, which should raise my bum up by about 28mm. Might just give me that little bit extra leg room. And I want to pull in this church here and do the walk round. Right, now then, one of the negatives of the bike straight away is the indicator. That is tiny. If you have it in this mode, it's easier to see. If you have it in the dark mode, you can hardly see it at all. So that is a negative. They should have made that bigger. Right. Bear with me. Let's have a look round the bike. Right. So here we are. Now it's quite windy, like I said before. So apologies if the wind is affecting me talking. Now then. So overall, as you know, I absolutely adore this bike. I think it's absolutely belting. But there are one or two little things. I've already mentioned the indicator up there, just too small. The other thing are the fasteners. And you can see down there, that fastener, the one over there, the other side, and like on the shock, see there? Now, don't get me wrong, last winter it got plastered in muck and whatever, so, which leads me to the next one, the mud guards. The mud guards are an absolute waste of time. Now, have a look at the photo that I'm putting on now, and you'll see, you know, the front one just doesn't do anything. It just plasters everything up the side, and then the back one, because the hugger, well, this bit here, just isn't long enough. It doesn't cover enough of the bike, so everywhere just gets plastered. Obviously the wheel's spinning that way, so all the muck and grime all ends up down there. I've not given it a good clean lately actually, but that's where it all congregates. Now you can get, I think Power Bronze or someone do a hugger for it. I just think it spoils the look. It's like a no-win situation, and it covers too much of it almost. It looks a bit gopping. So yeah, but yeah, the mud guards. So if you got one of these and you ride in winter, be prepared. I mean, I haven't prepped mine for winter yet this year, but he will be getting a good lathering with oil. So hopefully keep on top of it. But I did last year with my usual cleaning regime, and the fixtures and fittings, unfortunately, you see there, they aren't the best. But we could probably replace these. They're only like shouldered bolts, and then the like the nut. I don't even get a good angle on it. It's not the best quality. The same goes for the disc bolts. Apart from that, fine, nothing wrong with it. I fitted a rack. I got that from, I can't remember the company, but I had to take a grinder to it to make it fit. That came from India, so I wasn't best pleased with that. I fitted bar end mirrors, only because when we take it in and out of our van, undoing it at these bolts here, you're going to knacker the thread up. So I fitted bar ends, and I got these from Hitchcock's. And I don't know if you can tell, but they've got like a blue tinge to them. They're supposed to be like non-reflective. That's all well and good when the days are sunny, but when it's dark, when you're in shade and all the rest of it, you can see bugger all through them. So at some point or other, I'll change them for just normal clear lenses. Yeah, and probably round ones at that. So, but anyway, lessons learned. They're the levers. They're from Hitchcock's. Really good quality. Really happy with them. So now I've fitted I have a Garmin Zumo XT for when I'm going places I don't know where I'm going. The reason I don't hook it up to the ear is because I have a Google Pixel phone, and Google Pixel phones from the outset were notorious for not connecting to the Google-based system. So I've never even bothered trying. And apart from anything else, I prefer to have a full-blown map. So that's why I've gone for that. Now then, something else. Now this doesn't bother me. It seems to bother a lot of other owners. The fueling. So you do that like that. There's the hole. Now, I suppose you could argue, well, it would have been better if you'd have turned the cap so it was the other way, so that the lid opened that way instead of this way, because in there you've got a bar. See the bar? And a lot of people are struggling to get the fuel hole nozzle in there. To me, it's not an issue. I don't have a problem with it. You know, you just turn the handlebars slightly to give yourself a bit more room, and then just go in from this side. It's never been an issue for me. If you're a bit shorter, I could see it being a bit of a problem. Right. The other issue some people have is that it's only got an 11-litre fuel tank, which obviously sort of like limits the range. But 11 litres is about 2 gallons. 2 gallons, when you consider that it'll do about 85 to the gallon. You know, I don't think it's an issue myself. You know, so you're talking what, nearly a 200-mile range, aren't you? I mean, I've been getting 85 to the gallon out of this. So let's have a look what. I mean, I've only done a short run now, haven't I? So I don't know whether or not it'll show up. That's odd. Yeah, won't show up. So yeah, there you go. What else can I say? Yeah, they're the Mutants. Dunlop Mutant tyres. Really rate these. Really good. You know, quite a good price, and a good tyre. Gives so much grip. I've done reviews on them. I'll put a link to that up there somewhere. Exhaust note. Yeah, it could be a bit sweeter, but then again, it's not bad. I mean, from a rider's perspective, you get quite a bit of air intake noise because the air box is underneath the tank. So for us, you get that thrill with the noise coming out of that. Having said that, I might at some point change this for something like an AEW slip-on can. Yeah, just because you can, really. Yeah, so I don't expect everyone to agree with what I'm saying here, by the way. These are just my thoughts after 12 months. So I can't think how many miles I've done now. I mean, I'm feel a bit guilty really, because yeah, 1,160. So that's not a lot of miles, is it really? But I have got classic 350 to run, and also we've been up and down the country seeing to my mum and things. So, but yeah, overall, still love it. The honeymoon period isn't over. I think it's a fantastic bike, and when you bear in mind they're just over £5,000. Well, this one's just over £5,000. You can get the smoke one, which is the basic one with the analog clock, for what, 4,800, something like that. You know, it's not a bad price, is it? Anyone's wondering about the bag, it's a Rhino Walk. It's an expandable bag. You undo the zip thing and it goes bigger. Really happy with that, really good. I've done a review on that as well. So yeah, right, let's get back on the bike for the short ride home. Something else that some people have problems with is the centre stand and the pillion peg hanger. Well, just put it on like that. The one it's like here because it's uneven. Right, and just lean on it. That's it. Not too bad, was it? Put my heated gloves on because it's cold. I better wait. Right, whenever you're ready. You know, right. No, I was just standing there like a spare prick at a wedding. Some people. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, so I hope you, some of you agreed with what I said there. The fuel filler thing, just get used to it. It's certainly not a big deal. Admittedly, it would have been better if they'd have put the cap the other way round. And 11 litres is fine. I've done pretty big rides, no problem whatsoever. Like I said, the seat. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the seat is absolutely supremely comfortable. And that's what kind of worries me about if I get the bench seat. Maybe it might not be quite as comfortable to sit on as the original. I have ordered a little fly screen. And my only fear with that is that it might cause a bit too much distortion for the camera to cope with. Camera mic, sorry. If it does, well, no big deal, I'll just offer it for sale. Yeah, lovely blue sky, but we're back in winter now, aren't we? So you got full on sun now, straight into your eyes, you know. But riding this bike, it's just a blast. Whether it's, you know, sweeping A roads, B roads, it will do dual carriageways and motorways, but that's not where it really wants to be. It certainly doesn't want to be stuck up at the back of Mitsubishi Shoguns, let's put it that way. Oh, my hands are lovely and toasty. Got my RST Paragons on. Now we'll go down here. Like I say to anyone new to the channel watching this, just have a look at all my other videos. There's a mix, there's this and the Clementine, my classic 350. A few bike reviews on there as well. But I'm honest, you know, I really can't think, you know, other than the fasteners, but what you expect for the price, and that indicator. It's the indicator. It's the indicator for me that's the main one, really. It's just not big enough. I don't want to go start putting those beep 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 things on. I understand that well, I've read or seen, or I've seen somewhere. There's a little block thing you can get that you wire into your indicators, and it's a brighter thing for you. But you shouldn't have to do that, really. So yeah, only a short one today, but I just thought it was about time I gave my thoughts on it. Brilliant bike. It's like now, well, it's not really fair, but after 3.2 miles I'm doing 76 to the gallon. If you'd given it longer, it would show that we'd be doing more than that. He nearly put himself on the edge. Oh. So let's go and find some more colour. It does, like I said before, it does bimble, but it just loves to be revved, which is why I keep sort of suggesting that it's a bit of a hooligan. Hello, doggy. Don't look so worried. So it's a little bit of colour about, isn't there? Let's take a left. Oop, 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 oop. Another thing that some people found hard to get used to was the throttle. It's been ride by wire. You haven't got the same feel as you have with a cable throttle. But again, that's just something you get used to. I'm quite, you know, I haven't got a problem switching between cable and non-cable. And when people buy them new, they also think they're snatchy. They're not. Well, I don't think they are anyway. If the throttle was on off, then it would make riding up Hard Knot and Rhinos Pass very difficult. Well, it wasn't. You just have to get used to it, that's all. That's nice, isn't it? Nicely cut grass. then we'll give it a little bit of a blast up the main road. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic bike. If you get the smoke one, the smoke colours, it's got the analog dash like I've mentioned. It doesn't have a rev counter. Spoils it a little bit, I think. But having said that, I haven't spent that much time looking at my rev counter, so bugger. The clutch is super good. It's not particularly heavy, but it's not particularly light either. What you can do with it though is, good grief, you can do clutchless gear changes when you're on the boil a bit. Just get your timing right with well, they were on fire then, obviously got vapes on. Like, see what I mean? They're clutchless, only up the box obviously. The gearbox is fantastic. You can't really do the same unless you're on the boil though. Well, we didn't do too bad for traffic considering it's a Saturday afternoon, did we? And the start of the kids' holidays. It does make you want to be a bit of a hooligan though. There's no two ways about it. Well, it does me anyway. Right, we'll end this here. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it useful. Please leave a like, big thumbs up if you would, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. See you on the next one. Bye now.